Hello, 1, 2, 3. Jesus Christ, I was trying to talk into the wrong input. Jesus Christ. Alright, boys, let's get going. And let's run it. So, apparently, tomorrow, there's gonna be like a passing storm, apparently a hurricane. I'm like, oh fuck, man, it's gonna be like Hurricane Sandy. It's gonna get fucked. But I'm just like, yo, we're prepared. We are prepared this time. I just hope it's just gonna be like preparation for something that'll pass. We'll see. Thankfully tomorrow's a day off in every capacity. I could just do whatever. And yeah. I was supposed to train yesterday and I was supposed to train today, right? Now, the problem is that my training on Thursday, the start of my experimental phase of dynamic training to move towards weightlifting and more athletic endeavors, I'm in a situation where like the experimental phase, the trial and error of Thursday went so well that it completely destroyed me going into Friday and into today. I was like, ah, man, like I gotta be more careful going into next week. I needed to rest, recover. I literally couldn't force myself. And it made me realize that like my weight training. It made me realize that my weight training is like accelerating my progress and metabolism to the point where uh like I can start losing weight and making facilitating body recomposition strictly based off of just weight training, not even cardio anymore. I'm like, what the fuck? I actually missed doing cardio, but I can't because my body just isn't as capable and durable as it used to be. From 2015 on to now, I had a mono episode and I got severe effects from my second shot of COVID. Like, bruh, like, it sucks. I'm not as durable as I used to be. I'm not as young as I used to be. And I hate saying that shit. Excuse me.
How you doing, baby? Hey, baby.
Tired.
Tired, huh?
Okay. So, um, I think I am ready. I'm almost positive, Sam is clean. Yeah. Let's see what's on the dashboard. Uh, I guess I did all of that prior. Nothing. I'm in a new region, right?
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected.
Okay.
Locked
Yeah,
until
yeah, yeah,
departure.
yeah, yeah.
All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
What what dropped cargo? What dropped cargo did I? Right. I forgot. I chose to not enter the new region because I said I finished that whole battle
Pleasant journey.
and I said fuck it. I I want to go home, rest, and then I'll embark on the new adventure in the next stream. I'm honestly pretty glad I waited. Dude, I'm so excited. So fucking excited for the next region because so much opens up, so much gets becomes available to craft. Holy fuck.
Gonna catch a ride on that boat, Sam? Before you do, be aware that you'll have to leave behind any cargo you haven't gotten around to delivering. It'd be a shame to abandon something important, though, especially if you are close to finishing a run. My advice, put that stuff in your private locker in port not safe. Or, if you're feeling responsible, you could just delay your boat trip until you've tied up loose ends. It's your call.
Snack?
You came through then.
I don't break that easy. Name notwithstanding.
You saw that asshole too, right?
Higgs. He's the leader of a separatist group.
Seemed to me like he was controlling that BT.
That's level 7 for you. Higher, maybe.
Seems like you know a lot about him.
Used to work together. Guess you could say we had a contract.
You did business with terrorists? Whoever pays, huh?
He wasn't like that back then.
So what's your angle? You want to save the world, or you want to fuck it all up like him?
I just wish things were different, all right? Here's all right. Don't worry, she still floats. Come on, we're the only cargo left.
I think that, like, the story of Fragile is honestly so heartbreaking. And when my first playthrough, like, there's a lot of corny shenanigans written into her character and her lines. But, like, as a whole, she has a really heartbreaking story. Just as much as, like, how much heartbreak is written into every one of these characters. And it's such a shame that, like, I don't know if this was as per instruction by Kojima or how he wrote dialogue for Fragile. It's like, why did you have to write such angsty lines for her? Like, bruh, like, come on, dog. You didn't have to do that. You could have written, like, such a more beautifully painful set of lines from her without being so angsty. Like, bro, I don't know. Like, she's cool, she's awesome, she's a fucking great character, but shit.
We should get there tomorrow. I told you before, Sam. The past just won't let go. Listen, I have something to ask of you. It has to do with that asshole, Higgs.
Sam? Sam? Do you remember? It's almost time to go, Sam. I had no idea until you told me. No idea that I was alive. Living is no different from being dead if you're all alone.
Poor worm. I don't want to go home. I don't want to go home.
Here. It's a dream catcher. Wear it when you sleep, and I'll keep the nightmares away. I'll always be with you. Did you forget how to go home? Come on. I'll take you halfway. And then you can do the rest by yourself. Better now? I'll be waiting for you on the beach. Come and find me. We used to play together a lot in this place.
You brought me here. I couldn't make the trip on my own.
So long as you have a body to return to, you can't come and go as you please.
So you can't just come back east through here.
Not until you make us whole again, Sam. I'll be waiting for you on the beach. Come and find me.
One of the things that I really enjoy about this game is its ability to weave together themes and motifs. One being that of past. The theme being that the past will always catch up to you. The past will not let you go. For me, there's two things that I want to talk about. One being that one of my all-time favorite shows from the past, and even up to today, even with Vinland Saga being my top one, Attack on Titan being in my top two, in modern day. Back then, Cowboy Bebop was my top one. It was part of my top three, my top five, back then. And Cowboy Bebop has this theme that no matter where you go, no matter where you are in life, you can't keep running from your past. You can't keep escaping. Sooner or later, the past is going to catch up to you. And sooner or later, you're going to have to come face to face with it. You're going to carry that weight wherever you go, wherever you are, and no matter what, there will be a time where it's going to test you. And holy fuck, it is so fucking good. That series, like, broke my fucking heart. It is so fucking good. And like, it brought me to fucking tears, because like it was such a beautiful cast of characters with such a vintage appeal to it and such a old school appeal to it, yet not even yet. And the quality of writing is so good, and it was so beautifully written about these people that regardless of like who they are now, they have such a painful past that is chasing them down. And this game reminds me of all these different mediums that I enjoyed growing up, and Cowboy Bebop just roars in my mind whenever Fragile talks about the past and it catching up and not letting you go. And the second thing that I want to talk about is that, for me, my past is quite literally haunting me, because there's so much shit that, like, I've done that is, I think, it's viable to call me a fucking terrible person. And I can't run away from that anymore. I can't escape from my past anymore. I have to confront it. I have to fight against it. I have to make sure I learn from it. I know that, like, I've done so much fucking terrible shit. And it sounds so contradictory, but I've done so much terrible shit so that I can wipe myself clean, so that I have like a blank slate to work with. I left everything behind. I left everyone behind. I left my past behind. I left myself behind, just so I have the chance to just work from ground zero again, or the closest thing I can get to ground zero.
I don't know how you sleep. Need a pick-me-up? Welcome to Lake Knot City. What?
Nothing.
Let's go. cargoes from Port Knot City, bound for Lake Knot. I'll leave these up to you. The dispatch terminal is up ahead. In the meantime, I've got some business to attend to. Later, alligator.
I love this game so fucking much. It gives me so much time to understand certain aspects about myself, certain aspects about my past, so many things that I question because I feel as though I'm just forgetting who I used to be. And I don't know if that's good. I don't know if that's bad. I fear that whatever it is that I'm forgetting about myself, it's going to place me in these conditions at which I am going to facilitate, may potentially facilitate the same mistakes, and I don't want to do that. Like with me, I don't know how well this is gonna go, and I think it's the dumbest fucking idea I've had in my life. But I've confided in some people that I'm gonna take a literal trip to the past, to where I came from and whence I came, to see pillars of monumental expectation on who I was, to see if what I remember is accurate. All I see when I look at my past is like all the bad shit. And like I know there were good people, but I need to see what these people remember about me to see if I'm still there. To see if, how do I say this? To see if who I used to be before I became what I am now. Because, like, I just don't know. I don't know. Did I make progress, or was I always a fucking terrible person? I don't know. I just don't know. And I have to... I have to try and find solace in trying to find answers. Because if I don't, I just don't think anything will change. I have to remember. I have to. I have to. If I don't remember and I forget, what's going to prevent me from making the same mistakes from then? I just don't know. I have to try. I have to remember. Even if I remember all of the pain and suffering that transpired then, I have to remember, no matter what. Because through pain, through suffering, and through punishment, I think that I will be able to grow much further and farther than where I'm at now. And like I like these streams, these games I play, particularly Druth. What the fuck am I saying? Death Stranding. I think that it is so fucking therapeutic for me to just talk, fucking speak my mind, and it helps so fucking much to just fucking look at everything that has pained me and all of the weight and consequences of my fucking decisions. To have just a fucking look at myself and realize I can be better.
Welcome, welcome. You're watching your boat the whole way. I hate to be a hard ass, but I've got to ask. Everything you're transporting above board? Nothing dangerous or illicit? I'm sure they checked you on the way in, but I'm gonna have to take a second look. All clear. Not picking up anything unusual. Cargo looks great too. Been a while since we got some of this stuff. Sorry for the hassle. Can't be too careful these days. Oh, we heard you were carrying a Cupid. That right? You're clear to link us up. So we're finally on the network. Long time coming. We won't hold anything back. Capital Knot City will get everything. If all this info sharing makes everyone safer, I'm all for it. You can bet I'm not the only one here who feels that way. I suppose it was better when Bridges 1 first came this way. At least I don't remember terrorists and BTs making our lives difficult back then. Well, be careful out there. The world's not what it used to be. And thank you.
Finally made it past Ground Zero, Sam. Congratulations. And thank you. It'll only get harder from here, though. When we first came through, it was different. Peaceful. The three cities out there, Lake, Middle, and South Knot, were all on board with our plans for reconstruction. Fragile Express was contracted by all three and kept supplies moving, and people connected. But that all changed a year ago, when the Separatists carried out their attacks. One took out Middle Knot City. They detonated nukes from the old days. Half of South Knot City went up in the other. Casualties were devastating. Bridges doesn't have the resources to link up the remaining cities on its own. We need to secure the support of everyone, even those who want nothing to do with the UCA. Impossible as that may seem.
The situation has changed dramatically since Bridges 1 first went west. The destruction of Middle Knot in particular forced us to adapt a new strategy. It's like Amelie said, we don't have the time or resources to construct another knot on that scale. That's why we've taken to cutting deals with preppers and the like. Our only recourse is to utilize their shelters to bolster the strength of the network.
Takes a special kind of person to live out here on kind that'll tell us to fuck off if we ask him to join the UCA.
Oh, we know. No one's expecting them to say yes up front. But even if they don't like dealing with most people, they got on okay with Fragile Express.
Don't tell me. You want us to use her credentials to get in good with them.
Bingo. She's agreed to it, too.
And in exchange, she gets...
Nothing, really. A chance to get back at Higgs, I suppose? I can't blame her for wanting one. He took everything from her and then some. Time heals some wounds, but not hers. The work ahead won't be simple or easy, but it needs doing. Get some rest for now. We'll talk more later.
Your work is great.
Here.
For me?
It's called a keeper. It means knot in old words. You can also use it to count stuff. I add a knot when I make a friend.
Okay. Then how about I add another knot every time I see you? This must be very important to you if you were able to bring it here. Very special.
It is special. I made it for you.
I'll treasure it, Sam.
Something to eat?
Why are you here?
Ask your boss man.
No. I mean, why are you here?
Got a delivery for a porter. You're gonna need this on the road ahead. This will ID you as an associate of Fragile Express. It's woven from my blood and chiral crystals. Think of it as a kind of bond. Preppers around these parts won't give you trouble so long as you've got it. We were the only people making deliveries out here. This was our territory. Until Higgs fucked it all up. Me, the Express, our reputation, all of it.
And now you want to fuck them back. On your own.
I'm not on my own. The cave, Port Knot City, next to your bed. So far apart, yet somehow we keep meeting. All that BT country in between where I should have been caught in void out. Yet here I am. Here I am.
You can use the beach?
I have a beach. You've got yours. I've got mine. I use it to jump across space. I can't conjure out BTs the way Higgs can, but I can go after him, chase him to the beach. Problem is, everyone's got their own way in. I'm only allowed to pass through the beach I know and understand. I'm sure you've heard the term multiverse.
You all right?
The jumps take a lot out of me. Suck my blood dry. You're going to Edge Knot City, right? Place is full of terrorists. But if you're dead set on it, then you're gonna have to deal with Higgs sooner or later.
Look, I make deliveries, killing monsters and terrorists. It's not what I do.
What if we did it together? I could use my power to help you. We don't have to want the same thing to be on the same side. I could send you across my beach. To any place the Chiralian's thick enough. Any place connected to the chiral network.
And what do you expect in return?
I expect you to think it over. Here. Call it an incentive. And call me if you need me. This will keep us connected. See you when I see you.
One of the really cool things that I like about Fragile's ability to jump across space, it quite literally references the idea of like in of space time, as well as the theoretical concept of like wormholes, where if you're talking about a piece of paper, one end to the other, point A, point B, and you bend the paper to connect A and B together, that's, from what I understand, a simple explanation of wormholes and traveling in such a way that bends space-time. As far as I understand, that is Fragile's ability. That is her ability to travel through her own beach to find others, and she is able to connect them through that tool, which is essentially a wormhole, her umbrella. I think her ability is so fucking cool. I don't know what level Dooms she is, maybe 3, 4, I don't know. She said that Higgs is apparently level 7. I don't know if that... Actually, yeah, he might actually be able to teleport just as much as Fragile can. He can conjure up BTs. His ability is so fucking crazy, so insane. Like, he has control over the fucking, like, waters of BT. It's insane. And he is a testament of the terroristic, how do I say this? Evil prowess in the realm of Death Stranding, and we are introduced to all this information, Fragile, Higgs, and company, and everything else in Dooms, and all this nonsense. Not nonsense, but like all this beautiful lore, where all this lore that is so beautifully interwoven. It is so good. The story is so fucking good. Holy shit. For anyone to say otherwise is so fucking delusional, I think. The story is so amazing. It's provided so much love. So these visions, right? These dreams, from what I understand, I think it potentially has to do with the fact that he's getting so interwoven with BB's connection to the beach. And I wanted to comment this from earlier. Amelie, she looked at older Sam, and I think, like, on the... Hold on. I think Amelie may have commented on this, but on the beach, the whole talk about multiverse and like the past catching up, I think that Amelie is connected in such a way where like she can see, and she is connected through Sam to see the future, to be in the past, to be in the present, all at the same time. I think she is connected literally through the passage of time through Sam. And it's pretty nutty. So many crazy good concept used in this game. Tired. This game was provided so much fucking tender love and care. It's... God, it's so fucking good. I think I just needed one, right? Interviews. Preppers. Fragile. 2 years ago, Lake Knot City. When I was a little girl, my father told me that preppers were people who decided long ago that they couldn't trust their nation to be there for them anymore. That the bonds between us had grown weak long before the Death Stranding. We once had a network spanning the whole wide world that could send items from anywhere to anywhere and connect anyone with anything. But still we were isolated, still we were alone. Some liked it that way and even wanted more. They wanted walls along their borders, wanted to turn away refugees and outsiders. Some even wanted new nations all their own. They began to see the state as an enemy of their freedom, not a protector of it. The ones most far gone, they didn't trust a country to defend them if something went really wrong. War, terrorism, natural disaster, you name it. So, they built shelters and stocked full of supplies in preparation for the worst. And then the worst happened, the Death Stranding. America's... Motherfucker. The Death Stranding. America ceased to exist, and their shelters became their homes, where they would live and they would die. But while they hadn't prepared to live there forever, which is why they wound up relying on us couriers so heavily. My father and I didn't want to go back to the old America. We didn't want a country that pushed people apart. We wanted one that brought them together, that allowed them to support one another, and that was what we worked toward. When I first laid on the lake here at Ground Zero, I was blown away by the sheer size of it. I never imagined anything could be so huge. This was just after the Death Stranding, and not many people had seen the crater up close yet. Back when I was still living with my parents and my brother on the East Coast, an explosion like nothing the world had seen before tore a gaping hole in the heart of America. There were all kinds of rumors floating around at the time that it was a meteor, that it was a nuke dropped by another country, I was just a kid, but even I could tell the adults didn't have a clue. So you can imagine how I felt. And then, we found out there had been other explosions, not just here in America, but the world over. By the time we learned they were void outs and what void outs were, the country was pretty much done. But hey, that was then, and this is now, and things are looking up. I just got told my kid brother's still alive. Word is he's heading up a corpse disposal. What? Word is he is heading up a corpse disposal team in Capital Knot City. Handled his shit well enough to get picked for the second expedition. 3 more years and he'll be out here with me. Can't wait to see him again. Jesus fucking Christ. The things that we leave behind, the things we never get to say, the things that we expect that we have the limitless opportunity to say towards people that that we love and care about, we take it all for granted. And honestly, that's why I express my love and care towards the people that I love and care about, because I just don't know if I'll live another day to say anything to them. And I just want them to know that I care about them and that I love them before anything happens.
Sam, access the Lake Knot City delivery terminal. Sam, to review, your present objective is to extend the chiral network from Lake Knot City to South Knot City. To that end, you'll need to utilize prepper shelters as way stations. Frankly, it won't be easy. Fragile's tried to get some of them on board, but you know how preppers are. More than a few won't want anything to do with the UCA. So we've got to prove to them they're better off with us. Figure out what they need and what we can provide, and then deliver. Do that, and they just might agree to join us. All right, get to it. The list of orders is on the terminal.
Okay. I just need to put on a sweater, because it is pretty cold in my room. Surprisingly.
This is a somewhat unusual order. You're going to want to review the key points in the summary. Your destination is a shelter south of Lake Knot City. The package you're carrying contains a network-ready Evo-Devil unit, a special device that applies the principles of evolutionary biology to practical problems. When used in conjunction with a chiral printer, it can recreate items from incomplete structural data. It's a prototype, but so far our trials have been successful. The client is a civilian. We call him the engineer, who's agreed to put the unit through validation testing for us. Be careful. The EDU is a delicate piece of must be handled with care. If you don't, it can and will break. Oh, and the engineer is second gen, born in the shelter. Not so good with people, but he's a whiz with machines. Or so I hear.
Yeah, boy. Yeah. So I'll go south, west, south. South, west, south.
An empty container tagged with a fake ID, aka decoy cargo. Could be useful for fooling folks who can't get enough of other people's deliver.
I'll just do one, because I don't know how much I'm going to actually use it. I like using my strand in order to fight. I don't really like blinding, I don't really like doing anything. I like tackling them head on, and then taking them down. That's how I like to fight.
Order assigned.
So south. Shut the fuck up.
You can now
This game is such a beautiful representation and thematic parallel to the arduous, undulating shenanigans of what life is.
You're passing through mule territory. Move fast and quiet. As if they see you. If they catch you. To think that they're parents reporters like you who risk life and limb to try and keep our country together. And now their broken children carry on the work without any understanding of what it once meant. It's a ritual to them. The delivery. An insatiable addiction. And they'll be coming for you to get their next fix.
This game is the thematic parallel to the arduous, undulating shenanigans of life. And you have to quite literally march to walk through everything. You have to learn how to walk first before you start running into the hell that life has to offer. And sometimes it will force you to submit. Sometimes it will just kick your shit in. Sometimes it will just say fuck you out of nowhere. Like why? But life itself is a fucking tenacious force that is so unforgiving, and it will stop at nothing to just fuck everything. Life is just an extension of nature which has no sentience to it. It just is. It just exists. It just is what it is, and we do what we can to survive and live.
A highway used to run through there. The first.
So once I go through this, I actually do want to take the time to start building all of the structures.
Just so you know, Sam, bistro centers and the like are stocked with materials you can use to fabricate equipment. You can also take what you need to build structures. That said, there are limits to what each facility can spare. Check their terminals to see what they are.
That can be done, but for me, I have to, in my honest opinion, I think I'm just gonna pillage from mule territory. That's what I think I have to do. I think I have to do that, and I think that's the fun way of doing it. I don't care how difficult it has to be. I don't care. I'll fight them. I'll take them down. They're just impediments. They are literally just living impediments. I don't care. You cock! Dude, what? I died. Shut the fuck up. Let me access my menu. Fucking Christ, that was actually tough. This is a tried and true experience of the hardest difficulty. And I signed up for it. I just didn't expect it to be like, they actually like gang up on you. What the fuck? In normal difficulty, that never happened. Oh my god.
Move fast and quiet. As if they see you. If they catch you. To think that their parents were reporters like you who risk life and limb to try and keep our country together. And now their broken children carry on the work without any understanding of what it once meant. It's a ritual to them. A delivery. An insatiable addiction. And they'll be coming for you to get their next fix.
Oh man. Carry the light deep within. Cast aside, there's no coming home. We're burning chaos in the wind. Drifting in the ocean all alone. Move fast, baby, don't be slow. Da 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 na 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 na. Da 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 na na na. Move fast, baby, don't be slow. Oh shit. You fun.
Sam,
No! Stop!
Just so you know, Sam, distro centers and the like are stocked with materials you can use to fabricate equipment. You can also take what you need to build structures. That said, there are limits to what each facility can spare. Check their terminals to see what they are.
Let me take a detour. In fact, be right back. Oh. Okay. The fuck? What's over there? So over here, I'm on the side. I'm not gonna get pincered. At least I don't think I will. These guys are just showing up out of nowhere. Might as well. Might as well. Do I have any? Yeah, I should be fine. Okay. I can probably just head straight there now. Since I took out all the mules, I think I'll be fine. I should be fine. It's actually raining pretty hard outside. The fuck? Are they up? There's just no way. I tied them up. There's no fucking way. This is what I mean by like pillaging mule camps. I think that it will be a great service to myself after I do this trifecta of missions to start pillaging as soon as possible. Cause this kind of blows. I want to make it as efficient as possible to travel. If I could get on the highway, the roads, the built roads, I can most likely efficiently run that and escape from the mules to the best of my ability. Because running through the lands like this kind of sucks. There's just way too many shenanigans. Alright, so this is the south. I went south, now I have to go west, then southeast.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Fragile Express ID verified. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
It is pretty loud outside.
Bridges, I presume? I've heard of you. The man trekking across the country trying to reconnect folks. I appreciate you bringing me this. I do. Times have been tough without Fragile Express to handle deliveries. Let me just check the cargo. Huh. Wow. You took really good care of this. I'll let Bridges know how the V&V testing goes. Thanks again. I need you to understand something. It's about Fragile. You might have heard she helped terrorists, that she didn't care who got hurt. But I'm telling you, that's gotta be bullshit. Her and her people put their lives on the line to get us what we needed. She's a hero through and through. Look, I was born in this shelter. The only world I've ever known is within these walls. So when people talk about America, I can't even begin to imagine it. But if that Cupid connects me to everyone else, I won't have to. So yeah, I want to join the UCA. I want to see what I've been missing. And with that, my standalone 3D printer is capable of chiral printing. Assuming it works, the Evo Devo unit should enable me to replicate all kinds of archived objects. We can rebuild America one piece at a time. In the meantime, I can use the network to see what's going on in the cities, track mule and terrorist activity. It's like you brought me the whole wide world in that package. Thank you, Sam. Let's do business again. Oh yeah. I've got a little something I'd like you to put through its paces. An assist unit I developed myself. Works perfectly in sim trials, but I need someone to test it out on solid ground. And if it makes your job a little easier, all the better.
Sam, active skeletons attach to your legs and augment your physical capabilities. The one you've got there is a load-bearing AS, designed to reinforce your joints. Just wearing an AS will provide additional support, but you can also boost it to maximize its potential. Go ahead and take it for a spin. You won't be disappointed.
Okay, big boys, let's do this. Yeah, I need to take on another mission, I guess. No, no, thank you. Smoke grenade?
All right, that's one prep away station. 2 to go.
Alright, dude! This is so fucking awesome! Dude! Oh my god, the power! The fucking power! Hell yeah!
Can't do it now.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
No one wants to see that. Just have to hold it in. Did I just piss myself? Sweet fucking relief.
Okay. Now I can just, I don't know. I don't know. Like, how far do I want to push this with, like, distractions? I'm not the type of person who uses guerrilla warfare. I literally just fight them head on. That's too out of the way. Fuck that.
it up. Keep it up.
That's pretty scary. Dude, this power suit, holy fuck! Rainbow. I need to stay away from there. Far away from there. But do I fight them or do I fight them? Fuck. Ah. Just keep running. Fuck it. Just keep running. Come on. When I'm delivering cargo, I have no desire to get into territory of BT or mules. I have no desire. When I have nothing on me in terms of like necessary package, okay, fine. I will tackle them, I will pillage them, I will destroy them. I will fight them till the end of time. I don't care. Once I finish this trifecta, I'm probably gonna call it, because it's so draining to play Death Stranding through and through, and it requires so much attention, so much like situational awareness, geographical awareness, and like I love this game, but I need to play it in like bursts, like 2-hour bursts at most. I just don't have the mental, emotional stamina to trudge along in this journey more than 2 hours. I just don't. And, you know, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. I think it's okay. It's a bit of a shame that I feel so resigned towards the idea that I cannot, like, I used to be able to play, like, this is back in 2014, 2015. I had an alias by Atlas Gaming XP, and then after that, Slurmpalicious. Like, how do I say this? I think it was Slurp. At that time, I was able to play like 0.2 Kingdom Hearts, like 8 hours at a time, streaming. And like, holy fuck, man. I just don't have that stamina anymore. I just don't. I don't know how people do it.
Delivering cargo.
You're not with Fragile Express, are you? Oh, I get it. Bridges is using their IDs to complete the delivery. Well, good work, son. I'll take that off your hands. Package looks... brand new. Wow. Been a while since I've seen cargo in such good shape. Thank you kindly. I know it couldn't have been easy. What's your angle anyway? Everyone knows Fragile was behind the attack that wiped out Middle Knot City. Only a damn fool would trust that terrorist to deliver shit now. But here you are, filling in. Keeping her business alive for her, am I right? I swear. Can't trust anyone these days. Don't try sweet-talking me onto your little network. You know why there's been so many terrorist attacks recently? Because you all pissed them off with your talk of reuniting the country. Join the UCA. I may as well paint a bullseye on my shelter. Just keep my deliveries coming. We'll get along just fine. I don't need any trouble. Though I will say, I appreciate these hematic grenades of yours. Quality work, gotta admit. Not the sort of equipment the UCA ought to keep to itself. There's a lot of freelance porters operating in these parts, after all. If I could churn these out by the boatload and gear up those folks. Now you're good people. I can see that. And you brought my order like I asked. But it'll take more than that for me to agree to what you're asking. Chiral Network is a big step. But if you could prove to me Bridges is an organization I can trust... Well, how about this? Do another run for me. I'll put the details on the terminal there.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information.
The sad thing is on my end, right? I don't... There are so many side stories that, like, are worth keeping up with through the order of standard orders, right? The vector of standard orders. But I just don't have the energy or the time to not go through this journey of the story as efficiently as possible. And, like, I just... Dude, I'm tired. Like, I'm so fucking tired. It sucks. Like, I'm so tired, and I don't have enough energy through the days. Like,
The toolkit you're looking for ought to be in my old shelter. It's been tagged, so shouldn't have any trouble finding the place. I'll unlock it remotely once you get there. Oh, and take some of those hematic grenades you brought with you. Nothing you'll want more when those BTs put your back against the wall, right? Here's hoping it won't come to that.
and like, I think the second shot of the COVID vaccine are working together in such a way that, like, really just fucking drains me so fucking easily. And, like, I shouldn't be feeling this fucking tired every day. I shouldn't. And, like, my insomnia, I know how to fight against it. I know how to turn my brain off now. Especially with the practice of my offload last week. I was sleeping so fucking much. And I know how to turn my brain off. I finally learned. Holy fuck. But man, it sucks. It fucking sucks, dog. Like, it sucks being so fucking tired and knowing that, like, sometimes more sleep is not gonna help. It fucking blows. And it's like, what am I supposed to do? Like, what am I supposed to do about that, right? Like, what do you expect? Like, what do... shit blows.
Hey, mine's heavier.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
What? No, I don't want your package.
Hey, mine's heavier.
Oh, you're shared. You're shared. Okay.
There we go.
It's, So I have to scale up the mountain, it seems. If I'm lucky, I can get around that mule camp without, setting off the radars. And I'll probably be able to escape on time. I just have to... I literally just have to fucking run. Oh no. I actually cannot go this way unless I want to fight. Holy shit, they have a vehicle. What? I can't look at BB? So the car doesn't seem to be traveling relative to my face where I'm facing. It doesn't seem to be traveling eastward. But what my concern is, that fucking mule, he's okay, I think I'm out of their sight. Yeah, I have to take the sickest detour, right? He's pretty close. He's literally over the horizon. So the sick part about this, right? The awesome part about this is that they have their own vehicles. We don't get to craft our own vehicles until like much later on. which is okay. Fine, fine, fine.
Yeah, that's the way.
We can pillage vehicles. We can take vehicles from these enemies. It makes traveling so much easier. It makes building the structures so much easier. And, dude, like, it's just a no-brainer. Why not? Once I deliver this, I'm gonna start hitting mule camps and start, like, fucking their asses pretty hard. So,
Nobody out here. Well, damn fool.
I'm pretty excited. I am ready to pillage their villages, essentially their camps. I'm ready to just fuck them. So, yeah. This is exciting.
One foot, Frank's on the other.
I'm seeing BT territory. Where am I going?
Sam, he's our man.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay far away from there. Cause there's no way. There's just no way that's not BT territory. I am not properly equipped to fight. I mean, I am, but I have cargo to deliver. There's just no way. It's not worth it. Yeah, if I continued with that detour, I would have been in BT territory, 100%. There's just no way. Or I would have been pushing the boundaries pretty hard.
Delivering cargo.
I've been expecting you. You are my lifeline. I've only managed to get this far thanks to porters, and you don't ask for anything in return. You have my gratitude. Let's see how's the package. Wow, this is great. Excellent job, thank you. So you're here on behalf of Fragile Express. Please tell me you put the terrorists behind you.
When Fragile, the daughter of the founder, started associating with other couriers, things started getting scary around here. Rumors say that she caused the explosion at Middle Knot City, and there's a part of me that believes it. Of course, she could be just another one of their victims. Are you connecting the chiral network? I don't mind a contract with Bridges, but I'm not going to join the UCA. Go ahead if you're fine with that.
Maybe you already heard it from Fragile, but preppers who don't want to be a part of the UCA can still sign a contract with Bridges to join the network. They get to use our delivery services and other basic chiral network infrastructure, much like our full members. Similarly, you'll be able to use their chiral printing facilities to replenish your supplies. They are not, however, obligated to exchange data with us. So don't expect them to share intel or help with the development of new tech. In an ideal world, everyone would be a part of the UCA, of course. But failing that, we want everyone to at least be a part of the network. They can always change their minds after the fact. The Cupid will interface differently with the terminal depending on the type of contract. So connect your Cupid to confirm.
The company just got too big. In times like these, we should all keep it close and tight. That goes for couriers, too. Otherwise, we'll just make the same mistakes. Republics, federations, coalitions, states. Connecting all kinds of people together. It's just asking for trouble. Sorry. It's been a while since I last talked to anyone. Travel safe. See you around, then.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information.
Yeah, I am done. This was fun. This was really fun. I'm really enjoying just taking a break every time there's like people talking, there's cutscenes. This is the one game I fucking love cutscenes. Holy shit, it gives me time to breathe. And yeah, God, I'm very excited to come back to this game. I think I'm gonna come back to it tomorrow morning. We'll see. But yeah, I'm out. Good night.